Ethan, you're on.
How you doing today, Brett?
Doing good. Doing good.
Well, we're here halfway through the third quarter of the JV boys game. Colome's up 25-4.
They've been showing really strong, been really aggressive. Wessington Springs here hasn't had much of an answer for a lot of their quickness this time today.
Well, we've been running the floor really good. Prior, the girls won a good game too, JV.
The JV girls won by 20, I believe it was, and had a good showing there. Were able to get some good workout in on their press, full court press. Just was a good game for the girls.
I believe it was tied at the end of the first and at the end of the half, and then the third quarter, Colome really opened it up.
Right. Yep. The girls opened it up, went on about a 10-0 run there in the third quarter, and then just never let off of it, and just really had a good game. So the boys here have just not given Wessington Springs much of a look at a basket without pressure in their face or anything like that, and they're just, right now they're winning 25-4 with 2:43 left in the third period. So having a very good game here for the boys.
Yep, we've seen good action today. Good action.
Yep. And once again, we're in Wessington Springs. It's a doubleheader today, so we've got 2 JV games, 2 varsity games. At the end of this game, we'll be having the varsity girls game, and then we'll finish off the afternoon with the varsity boys game. And I look for that to be a pretty good game.
A lot of athletes going to be in that boys game. I know we played them in football. What was it, 2 years ago here? And
yep.
There's tall kids, athletic, but we'll see how they handle Colome running the ball up and down.
Yeah. Sounds like they had a good game against Highmore here last week, and so we'll see how they. Colome this year has so much quickness. We've actually got some height there this year with the Teeman boys, and Bo Bertram and Nate Crumpus is 6'2" now. Just really starting to get some height in there along with some quickness. Colome's got a good basketball future here next year as well, this year as well as next year. So
we got that good height, and then we got all kinds of speed with Harder, O'Brien.
Yep. Well, and we don't have any. I mean, we really don't lose a lot when we get to our big guys. Nate Crumpus is very, very good movement. Bo Bertram's developing into a lot better athlete. You get Holden Teeman, obviously he's an athlete, and Layton's coming into 6'1" as a freshman. So, and then you look at the depth on the bench. You got Lapreth now 6'1", 6'2", really starting to play well. So, it'll be kind of fun next year or so to watch these kids progress as their basketball season comes along.
Even this year, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're early in the season. We're 2-2. Been a couple of really close losses. That they lost that Gregory game. They were down 18 points there in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes left. They closed it to within 3. That was just a super effort. And then they lost to Vermilion. Two good teams that they've lost to too. So.
Well, we should have district will be fun.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good matchup with everybody in our district. Yep. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to the Jones County tournament.
That'll be an interesting this one this year. I have not honestly haven't heard how White River's doing, but with the coaching staff they've got there, that they're going to be tough anyway. It's just a matter of how tough will they be. Will somebody finally be able to topple them in the Jones County tournament?
Historically, I guess, as of recent, Colome hasn't played great, but we've always had tough matchups first round. When you see the White Rivers and Lyman's and Jones County right away in the first round, it's hard to work your way back into that winning bracket. But I think this year they're going to have a good chance at seeing a championship game there.
Yeah. Yep. I believe so. Had a ball go out of bounds here in the JV game. Got a substitution. Wyatt Cahoy is subbing in for Chase Dufik. Leighton Teeman bringing the ball up the floor here. Off to Cahoy. Back to Teeman. Over to Nate Crumpus. Dishes it back out to Wyatt. Wyatt thinks about it. Changes his mind.
Good ball movement.
Yep.
Well, it's where you want to get it, but.
Yep. Oh, and a foul on Nate Crumpus on the other end.
Well, you got to make them work for them free points.
Yep. This is where your free throw shooting comes into such a big deal, you know. And right now it's not a close game, but you know, keep it a good distance. If you know, it was a good foul. Obviously misses the first free throw. Got some substitutions coming in. We got Bo Bertram coming back in. We've got Yeaman, Cahoy, and Solonen sitting down. We got Isaac Corton and Laprith and Bo Bertram coming back in. Teeman brings it up the floor, gets it off to Crumpus on the left side. This is across to Laprith on the right side. Tries to pass down low, and it gets tipped out of bounds. And number 21 for Wessington Springs has been really hustling today. I guess if I don't look at the girls' side, it'd be Clayton Dornbush. He's a 5'8" sophomore. Really been hustling today. They got to kind of get things around him today.
Yeah, that's how you work your way right on the varsity squad.
That's right.
Oh, trash can.
Yeah, almost tipped it in for two. But it stays with Colome. Leighton Teeman inbound, gets it into to Laprith. Down to Leighton in the corner.
It must have been a moving screen.
Yeah, we got a foul on Isaac Corton down there low. I don't know what for sure the deal was there, but Isaac gets called for the foul. Wessington Springs gets the ball, and it will come back the other way.
Assume we're gonna hold for a last shot. Well, he'll throw it up a couple feet behind the three-point line.
He's trying too hard, trying to make something happen, and it's just not. The ball comes down and rebound to Colome, and that's the end of your third quarter. It'll be Colome 26, Wessington Springs 5 when we start the fourth quarter, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. And we're back in Wessington Springs to start the fourth quarter here. Ethan Vober and Brett Heath going to be calling some action today. Kathy Harbonic's going to join me for the girls game here in just a few minutes. We've got a traveling call on Bo Bertram. Wessington Springs will come back with it. Dornbush passes down low, gets back up. Andrew Lapp was just kind of all over that guy's face. Going to try driving through. They're going to get called, going to get a foul. Somebody reaching in as he goes by. Did you see if that was on Bo or was that on, I guess, it was 232s there. They called it on 32. You take your pick. It was either Wyatt Cahoy or Bo Bertram. First of 2 free throws is no good for number 24, Houston Mees. He's a 5'7" freshman for Wessington Springs. Second one short. Rebound gonna come down. Jeremiah Yeaman, but it's gonna be tied up right away, and it's gonna be a jump ball. Gonna stay with Wessington Springs. And Jeremiah Yeaman gets a tip. Gonna go coast to coast. Gonna miss a rebound, but gonna get called for a travel.
Whoa.
Okay. And it'll come back. They're gonna call a foul on Andrew there. All right.
Not sure, yeah.
He was kind of reaching for it. I suppose he probably deserved that one, but he was trying to tie the ball up. The kid had the ball. I mean, there was nowhere to go with it.
There wasn't a whole lot of contact, but
No.
he bailed him out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst fouls, right? Oh.
Oh, that could have been a steal for Andrew Lapworth and 2 points on the other end.
Springs is going to look to push it right back. Oh, well.
And the defense for the Cowboys just proving too much for this young squad from Wessington Springs today. And there's going to be a timeout called by Colome. And we'll be back.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by South Dakota High School Activities and the high school in your community.
Repairing today's high-tech vehicles requires...
And we're back in Wessington Springs, South Dakota. It's Colome Cowboys against the Wessington Springs Spartans. Colome did a few lineup changes while they were in here. We have Andrew Lapworth, Wyatt Cahoy, Chase Dufik, Jeremiah Yeaman, Garrett Solonen in for the Cowboys. Ball stolen by Chase Dufik. Off to Cahoy. He's going to slow it down and bring it up to court, kind of look things over. Off to Lapworth. Cahoy. Back to Lapworth. He's going to look at a cutter coming across. Chase Dufik coming across. Gets the ball in there. Misses the little jump shot. Bounced on the edge of the rim. Fell off. Just could have gone either way there, but Wessington Springs will take the ball out.
It was good luck. A lot of good lucks here for those JV guys. They're getting good cuts in.
Yep.
They're doing things right.
Yep. And we got Jacob Beckers checking in for the Cowboys. Andrew Lapworth will take a seat here. And going to be a nice drive past Jeremiah Yeaman and in for a layup for number 42, and that'd be Jordan Lynn. He's a 6'1 freshman, or 6'1 junior forward for the Spartans. Ball to Beckers, back to Cahoy, over to Dufik. Cahoy back. Beckers back to Cahoy, into Dufik on the inside. He thinks about a shot and doesn't get it. Jeremiah Yeaman passes off. He doesn't get the shot. Jacob Becker's going to try it in the trees there. Doesn't quite get it. Rebound to Garrett Solonen. Back out top for the Cowboys. Into Ball gets tipped around. Jacob Beckers and the Spartan kid fighting for it, and it goes out of bounds, and it will go to the Spartans.
Well, they had about 4 or 5 looks, just couldn't get in the hoop.
Yep. And they were all good shots and all close. It just shot from the baseline by the Spartans, rebounded and put back up by number 12, and that'll be Noah Haney. He's a 5'7" freshman. Cahoy over to Dufik into Solonen. Solonen's going to drive to the middle, pass it back out to Cahoy, off to Beckers. Becker's going to step around a defender or pass it back out to Cahoy. Off to Chase Dufik. Got some good posting up going down there in the middle. Dufik and Solonen and Jeremiah Yeaman. Solomon tries a shot there, bounces back out. Rebound comes down. There will be a foul against the Cowboys, and the ball will go back over to Wessington Springs. No, gets posted up around Jeremiah Yeaman. Jeremiah tries for the outside there, and kid just stepped back and backdoor. Nice pass by the Spartans there.
Good post up, good offense there.
Yep. And good vision by the little freshman out there on the post out there, seeing it and out on the point and dropping it into him.
Seen a lot of that from the girls JV game.
Yeah. Yep.
Too much height down there, and
Yeah.
it was on. They shot probably 75-80%.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'd like to know for sure what the girls' shooting percentage was, because it was very good.
Took them a little bit, but once they got warmed up.
Once they got warmed up. Yep. And then they got the confidence, and then they went. A nice drive to the inside. Ball comes out. Nice 2-point shot, and we got a substitution coming in for Colome. And that'll be Tristan Monroe coming in for the Cowboys, and Wyatt Cahoy will take a seat. Chase Dufik brings the ball up the floor, passes it over to Beckers. Back to Dufik.
Oh, good cut.
Just a little bit too far ahead of him. It was the right idea. He was moving to the hoop. And they're going to say it stays with Colome. Okay.
I didn't see no one else touch it.
I didn't either. But ball comes into Jacob Beckers. He's going to try a three and nails it. Yeah, that'll make him grin just a little bit. Chase Dufik playing good defense, gets steal on the pass attempt, and he'll bring the ball up the court. 12 seconds, 11, 10. And Tristan Monroe is going to try a shot, going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Colome, and with 5.2 seconds left, the Wessington Springs Spartan will get one last chance to get a shot.
Half-court Hail Mary.
3, 2, 1. Tries a three-pointer. Too high. Rebound comes down to Jeremiah Yeaman, and that'll be your ball game. And for the JV boys game, it's a score of Colome Cowboys 31, Wessington Springs 13. We'll be back with the varsity girls game in about 15 minutes.
Precision, skill, and the latest state-of-the-art technology. At Hughes Brothers 2, we understand what a hassle it can be when your car is in the shop. That's why our staff works hard to get your vehicle back to you in a timely manner. From routine preventative maintenance to complex repairs, too. Our talented staff has the experience to get the job done right the first time. 2. Please let us know how we can best serve you today by calling Hughes Brothers 2 at 842-1887.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The John Deere 2015 Fall Peak Season Promotion is underway at Grossenberg Implement with locations in Winter, Pierre, Phillip, and Nebraska locations, Bloomfield, Hardington, and Wayne. During the month of November, purchase a John Deere generator. It's the perfect tool for any job site, and they provide backup electrical power during outages. Plus, when you purchase a 3,600, 6,000, or 8,000 watt John Deere generator, you'll get a free 50-foot extension cord reel valued at $159. Don't wait, the Fall Peak Season Promotion ends November 30th.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
American Family Insurance believes dreams are worth pursuing.
Every weekend we do new things with the kids. Getaways in the RV, projects around the house, golf.
American Family offers a range of insurance designed to protect your dreams. And with our claims team available 24/7, quality service is always within reach. Contact your local agent for a competitive quote. If your dream is out there, go get it. We'll protect it. American Family Mutual Insurance Company and its subsidiaries. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783. American Family Insurance.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Mike's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music, the performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by South Dakota High School Activities and the high school in your community.
Repairing today's high-tech vehicles requires precision, skill, and the latest state-of-the-art technology. At Hughes Brothers 2, we understand what a hassle it can be when your car is in the shop. That's why our staff works hard to get your vehicle back to you in a timely manner. From routine preventative maintenance to complex repairs, too. Our talented staff has the experience to get the job done right the first time. 2. Please let us know how we can best serve you today by calling Hughes Brothers 2 at 842-1887.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we are back for the start, about ready to start the varsity game between the Colome Cowgirls and the Wessington Springs Lady Spartans. Boys, well, both the boys and the girls JV teams had if you're just joining us, had very good games, and the girls won by about 20, and the boys won 35-13, I believe it was, 31-13, I think it was.
Yeah, both teams came out and played well. Both girls been on break for a long time. We haven't been even on the court.
Yeah, and really came out, played aggressive, and it was tied at the first quarter, and then either tied or real close there at halftime, and the girls just come out and had a really good third quarter, and
yeah, the offense came out. Their coach, I overheard there. I was on the other side, and their coach was not happy with the output of his offense in that second half.
No.
And we were in a ball game until third quarter here, so our girls came out and fired up and ready to play in that third quarter.
Right. So we're getting ready for the varsity girls game, and Colome's coming in with a 1-2 record. And we were just talking off air here a second ago about how it was a two very close games that we've lost, and so just a time of. Today, will be a good time coming back off, getting ready to go back into the school year, and kind of had a break. Snowball Classic was postponed due to Centerville's girls being, a lot of them being sick, so be a good test for us.
I don't know anything about this Wessington Springs game. I know they're not particularly tall girls. I think they probably size up pretty good against us.
Yep.
It looks like a 5'9", 5'9", 5'7", 5'7". And it looks like they've got a couple seniors, two couple 5'9" kids that are seniors, and after that, a lot of sophomores and one junior, it looks as though.
Right. And so, age-wise, Colome's we've got 3 or 4 girls that are a little older, and I guess we got a couple of juniors on our team, but could be a very good contest as far as, experience-wise, but I really look for the Colome girls to come out kind of fired up. I know, having 2 daughters at home, I know they've been excited to get back to to playing some games, and you're probably the same way.
Yeah, I think it's that they like to have the break, but then they've been practicing over the break, and then no ball games. So you get a little tired of practice, and no ball games to go to. So
right.
I hope they come out. Sometimes how it is, Brett, and can come out flat after a break like this. So I hope today we come out with a little fire under our shoes and take care of business.
I think we should. Looks like we're getting ready to start the game here. Getting ready for the in-house announcements, starting lineups and such. I see we got the looks like the American Legion down here getting ready to present the colors. While they're doing the in-house announcements here, we'll do our announcements or starting lineups. Wessington Springs Lady Spartans are going to start number 2, JC Hahn, a 5'7" junior. Number 4, Maddie Gran. She's a 5'9" senior. Number 5, Haley Bruckner, a 5'9" center, and she's a senior. Number 20 is Sierra Swenson. She's a 5'2" sophomore. And number 33, Katie Shelsky. She's a 5'7" sophomore. And that's the starting lineups for your Wessington Springs. For Colome, we're going to start Morgan Hofelt, Destiny Noteboom, Callie Heath, Mariah Kinzer, and Taylor Harbonic. So the same starting 5 that we've had all fall, so that's always a plus when you can kind of know who you're going to be playing and who's going to be starting. So it's always good to see.
Yes, it is. And you got some pretty strong substitutes coming in that 6th, 7th, and 8th place too. So it's good to see that experience with those young girls getting some time playing.
Right. The young girls for Colome are getting they're seeing a lot of playing time, very valuable playing time, and they're sure contributing.
That's and I talked to Coach Kalinda the other day, and I believe last year's this game against Wessington Springs kind of ended up being a foul fest. So she remembered it obviously way better than I did, and she said, we need to stay out of that this year.
Yep. And we'll take a break here while they present the colors and the national anthem. All right, we're getting set to
really nice presentation by their color guard here. I'm assuming that's their local Legion or their VFW presented that. Very nice.
Yep. As we get started here, mention the head coach, Melissa Mebius, and assistant coach Kyle Gerlach for the Wessington Springs Spartans, and of course Lori Kalinda. What's this, her third year at Colome? Second, third year?
It might be her third year as varsity coach. I think she stepped in and volunteered for a couple of years before that.
And just done a super job, and Laura Winsberger helping.
Lori alumni from Colome, like you and I, and played her college years at Wesleyan. Mitchell.
And the Colome controls the tip. Kelly Heath goes for a drive there in the line. Gets I don't know if she dribbled it off a shoe, but it went out of bounds.
It went out of bounds.
It off Colome, and Wessington
Looks
Springs
like we're setting up in a man-to-man tonight, Brett.
It does. It does.
Put them to the test.
See
See how good a shape we're in right off the bat here. Oh, they got a jump ball.
We're going to have a jump ball.
Mariah Kinzer tied her up there in the middle.
Tied her up there, and it'll come back to stay with the Spartans.
Settling back in a 2-3 now. Good position on the inside. That was a nice shot. Colome had good position, but she just drained it.
Well, they inbounded it straight to her, and she just didn't hesitate. She went up with it, and that's what she needed to do. Hofelt into Callie Heath. Callie dishes it over to Destiny Notaboom.
It's a nice power move, and she got bodied up on, but.
And Wessington Springs come back with the ball, and Taylor Arbonic gets a hand on it, but in the scramble, they come back with it, and they're going to call it out of bounds off of Taylor. So.
Going to scrap and stay in that man-to-man as long as we can tonight, I'm assuming. Make sure we don't. Got a back door going there.
And
good hustle by Morgan Hofelt to save that. Taylor Habonic hustles over to it, driving down the court, looking for the outside runners.
She's going to dish it into Mariah Kinzer. Mariah's going to take a dribble and go up, and she's going to be fouled. She'll shoot too.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Mariah.
Yes.
To her left, actually. She turned and kind of went to her left side.
Yeah.
She's predominantly a right-handed player.
Yes, she typically doesn't like to go that way,
no,
but
she
did
doesn't.
it and drew the foul. Going to be two shots here. First one is going to be no good. And she'll get ready for her second shot.
Again, the free throw line seems to haunt the Cowgirls a little bit. She got that one.
Good, yep.
Got that one.
And Cowgirls are now down by 2. Wessington Springs brings it up the floor. Hahn. This is over to Maddie Grand. Shelsky back out to Hahn. Over to Grand. Back out. They're trying to hustle with this man-to-man, make a move, and they're gonna call Callie Heath for a foul there.
I don't think Coach liked that call there, but
I don't think so either. Carol kind of bodied into her, and Callie didn't give any, and she drew the foul.
They got the pass that they wanted down into their low post position,
and first free throw is good for the Spartans. Number 4 at the line, Maddie Grant. She's a 5'9" senior.
I was going to say, she looks like one of the 5'9"ers. Must be a senior out there.
She looks big out there.
Yeah.
Second free throw is also good.
I think Colome needs to come down and run their offense through here and
just settle down and take it.
They look like they're a little panicky right now.
No. They're going to...
I think they're going to put that against Callie.
Again?
Yeah, they're going to have to say that she bodied her reach there. That's Callie's second.
Run into her second foul right off the bat. Callie's going to take a seat, and Rainey Hermson's going to step in. I disagree with that call for more reasons than one, but
it's okay. You have that prerogative. We're going to sit back into a 2-3. I'm guessing coach is thinking we don't need foul trouble early.
No,
and
there's going to be a travel.
A travel. Yep. She body, Rainey for a freshman held her ground down in there. She put a pretty good sized body move on her, and Rainey forced her into a travel.
Well, Callie and Katie told me this week that both coaches have been suiting up and playing ball with them.
That's what I understand as well.
Callie says those, and we're going to get a foul on Mariah again.
That's Mariah's first
foul.
I think.
Yep. And the first free throw by Hahn is good.
Can't get a number on her. Number 4, two. Okay.
Number 2, JC
Other
Hahn.
side.
She's a 5'7" junior.
Shooting well. They got a 6-point lead, 7-1 here in the first quarter.
5:48 left in the game, or in the quarter here, and that was.
Rainey's going to shoot that. Turn around. That's a good place for her to turn around and shoot. That just didn't fall for her.
She was hitting him in the JV game, so it was all right for her to take that shot. And another.
That's a good rebound. Mariah came down with that one. We just need to run her offense here.
Just slow down and,
and
be
there we
patient
go.
Here. Harbonic over to Holfelt. She dishes it into Mariah Kinzer. Back out to Taylor. Taylor takes one from 18 and going to get a foul, draw a foul. Number 33, that would be Katie Shelsky.
They're going to call that after the shot.
After the shot, yep. She was going to box out. She really bodied into her. A little pass necessary.
That's.
It should be one. It should be 2 of them on.
Yes, if that's correct, if that scoreboard is correct.
I believe she was the other one that got the foul. And then ball tipped out of bounds by number 41, Chastity Visha.
We talked about this a little head. You know, we look like we're maybe just a little flat coming off that Christmas break. Not quite crisp like we'd want to be. The passes aren't quite there. Not seeing the court as well as we have in some previous games.
Right. You know, the game against Cody, really good vision on the court.
Yep.
Mariah's going to get called for dribbling it off her toe.
I think Coach Harbonic's going to ask for a timeout here, and they're going to talk about some things.
You know, Coach Galenda will anyway. But
Harbonic, yeah. That's the sister.
You guys are related, aren't you?
Yeah, we kind of are.
Yeah, so I was surprised you said you even talked. So anyway, we'll be back in 60 seconds.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The John Deere 2015 Fall Peak Season promotion is underway at Grossenberg Implement with locations in Winter, Pierre, Phillip, and Nebraska locations Bloomfield, Hardington, and Wade. During the month of November, purchase a John Deere generator. It's the perfect tool for any job site, and they provide backup electrical power during outages. Plus, when you purchase a 3,600, 6,000, or 8,000 watt John Deere generator, you'll get a free 50-foot extension cord reel valued at $159. Don't wait, the Fall Peak Season promotion ends November 30th.
Get the hand on the ball. Hahn's going to try
Only
to come
one.
in, and they're going to call Taylor Harbonic with a shove, trying to get there, scrambling for that rebound, and she did kind of slap the girl's hand back, but it.
She had position,
she
and then
did.
went over her head, went the other side.
Yep. They just need to keep hustling, but you know we really don't need our big girls in foul trouble right off the bat.
No, we don't.
And a good rebound by Mariah Kinzer.
You know, but right now we stand with 2 rebounds, and they've been making their shots.
Yep.
And we just haven't right now. That's just all there is to it. There's good ball movement. There's good ball movement.
That's
Mariah's
starting
going
to show like there should be. And Mariah passes it back out to Rainey Hermson, back out to Duffy to Hofelt, back to Duffy. She can dish it down to Mariah, and it's going to go over to Rainey Hermson. She's going to dish it out to Taylor. She's going to take a shot, and the rebound comes down to Spartans. Maddie Grand for the Spartans gets a rebound, and Maddie just looks like she's
athletic.
She's a load to take care of in there. I mean, she's a big girl, strong, stout, 5'9". I mean, they're gonna have to keep a hold of her, keep an eye on her. And then number 2, Hahn, is really looks like their leader as far as driving the ball and handling it.
She's running the court right there. That was a good read by Rainey Hermsen. Yep. She read that all the way and got in front of her and got that ball picked out of there. Now Colome's going to try to run on offense here. And they are seeing this is better. These passes are better than they were there for a little bit.
Yes. Yep. And
that was a catch in the cutter there.
Or to Morgan Hofelt, and she just kind of loses the handle on it, kind of just bumps the girl and decides it wasn't where she wanted to be. And it'll come back to the Spartans. And
we're fighting around their picks and stuff, and they're just,
it's just
number 4 is just, she's in there tight.
Yep.
She is in there tight. I don't know who they're going to call that on.
They're going to call that on Mariah.
I think they are.
The Spartans are calling it. That's going to be, they're calling it on Mariah Kinzer.
Yeah,
that's going to be
second.
2 on her as well. Katie Heath is going to be coming in. I think she's coming in for Morgan Hofelt.
And
Destiny's going to come in for
Mariah.
Yep. And then they'll switch.
Going to do some switching around there. That time 4 had kind of made her home down in the paint.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not counting to 3 very well, but that's all right. And
that's out of bounds. That should go back to Colome. Yeah.
Yep.
I think she was going to the opposite side wing there and just got it too high and hit the back of the board.
Yep. So Colome's coming in here.
We're spreading it out now. This is a good spread. This is getting them wide. We just got to hang on to the ball.
Yep. Got to move to it.
There's a steal. Harbonic comes up from behind, and 4 wasn't paying attention. Forgot there was somebody back there, so we got a steal on that deal.
Taylor dishes it off to Elizabeth Duffy. She tries to get it into Rainey Hermsen. Rainey gets the ball up, and Maddie Ground strips it. Passes it down to Hahn, and Hahn's going to come in for a left-handed layup, and it's going to be good.
Rainey's just getting the ball above her head, and they're taking advantage of that.
That's a youth experience.
Yep. And they got strong players up there on her.
Yep. She can't. Not sure where that pass was headed for, but I think it was too high and away from Katie Heath. She wasn't able to get to it, but the ball either way is a turnover, and the Spartans will come back up with it.
Well, Colome's going to have to generate some points here. Coach is not going to be happy with a 1-point production there.
Number 5 is going to be called for a hold.
Yep.
That's number 5, Haley Bruckner. I believe that's Steve's niece. But I'm not sure.
Could be. I think he has maybe a brother up here.
He's got a brother
Harlan?
up here somewhere. Yep.
Yep. Now the coach has got them. We got a change there.
She's gonna.
Now that was interesting.
They called.
They called a
hold. On number 2. Number 4.
Yeah.
On Maddie Graham. So.
It made a little difference there. Coach made an adjustment, put Taylor, a senior, a little stronger, bigger girl,
on that point,
and turned around. They tried the same thing with her. They were trying with our freshman, and it didn't work as well for them.
Right. That's where experience shows.
Well, strength, and nice pass down the bottom. Caught Rainey coming across, and Rainey puts that in for 2.
Yep.
Somebody, I think it was Duffy, senior, cutting across there, made a nice move to the hoop and got it for scoring Colome's 3rd point. 2 runs the court really well.
And Katie Heath got a tip on the ball, and Rainey come up with the ball.
Absolutely good teamwork with those 2 freshmen. Oh, and she sees her. There's Jacqueline underneath the court.
And Jacqueline couldn't quite get it. She gets it down to Katie Heath. She's going to try a shot, going to partially blocked, and Rainey Hermsen gets a rebound and goes back up.
Yeah, there it is. We lit some fire here. We put some kids in that.
That just got a little confidence going in that JV game.
And there's a pickoff by Liz, and they're going to call 21, I think, with a push-off.
Sierra Berg is going to get called with the foul on Elizabeth Duffy. And
you know what? Coach spread that offense out a little bit and making them spread out. And
it kind of makes those bigger girls move a little more, and they can't get that.
It's making a little difference, too, probably putting Taylor up there, and they're trying to hang on her shoulders like they were at Rainey's, and Taylor's just that much bigger of a girl than Rainey.
And Taylor's going to take a shot from the free
throw
line, and it's going to go in.
And must have been a timeout.
Timeout called by Spartans.
Hey, that just made the game a game in the first quarter.
We're now Cowgirls are trailing 9-7 with 1:24 left in the first quarter. We'll be back after this timeout.
Half of 1% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back in Wessington Springs. 1:24 left in the first quarter. Colome trailing the Spartans by a score of 9-7, but made a nice. I believe we've made about a 6-0 run here.
Oh, there you had to jinx it, didn't you?
Yep. 2-pointers, but.
Oh, they're going to put a half-court trap on. They thought they could catch us out that time.
Taylor
rushed that.
And Katie Heath gets a rebound, gets knocked down, trying to go back up. She's going to get a foul called against number 4, Maddie Graham.
They were going to put a quick half-court trap on it and definitely recognized that and got it down court.
Just dished it down the floor. Yep, that's going to be 2 fouls on Maddie Graham, I believe, yes, which is good because that's their
There's
big
a nice
girl.
inbounds pass. Oh, she just can't stick it.
And going to scramble for the ball, and it comes Wessington Springs, comes with the number 41, Chastity Vissa.
This 2-3, our 2-3 defense was working pretty well there.
And Maddie Graham gets a rebound, goes back up. Rebound comes down to Katie Heath. She's going to throw it down floor to Jacqueline Lapworth. 39 seconds left.
Oh, nice pass down low to Rainey. Rainey puts it up. Oh, just short.
Jacqueline Lapworth gets the rebound, and they're going to call a
jump ball.
Oh, they're going to call a
That's
jump
our
ball.
position. Our position, though.
Yep. And it'll stay with the Cowgirls.
It's nice to see those freshmen turn around taking a shot right off the pass. It's good to see.
Well, and a good pass. Katie got a nice pass down to Rainey on that, and Rainey just turned around and put it up.
Oh, right idea there.
And
she
got
thought
plenty of time.
Yep. She thought she had her, and Taylor kind of tried to get in there.
Taylor's going to try a three-pointer from the side, and it's going to come back down to the Spartans. And they're going to try to get it up the floor. Gets it to number 2, Hahn. She's going to try driving in the middle.
She's going to drive,
out to 41, Vissa.
And they're going to look inside and make her go up against the freshman, and she got it.
Got it. Number 5, Haley Bruckner, going to score over top of Rainey Hermson, but that's all right. It's Rainey had position, just going to be there. And that's the end of our first quarter. Score of the Wessington Springs Lady Spartans 13, the Colome Cowgirls 7. We'll be back.
American Family Insurance believes dreams are worth pursuing.
Every weekend we do new things with the kids. Getaways in the RV, projects around the house, golf.
American Family offers a range of insurance designed to protect your dreams. And with our claims team available 24/7, quality service is always within reach. Contact your local agent for a competitive quote. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. American Family Mutual Insurance Company and its subsidiaries. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Quarter there. Staying in that 2-3 with two freshmen.
3 freshmen.
That's down.
Out there.
Yep, Jacqueline's out there too.
But yeah,
got the
Katie
3
and Rainey down low.
Yep.
And Taylor on the other side.
Yep. And they're gonna keep trying to feed that. Yep.
They're gonna try those freshmen. And,
yeah, they are. They're gonna feed that. They're gonna feed that.
And right now with Callie and Mariah in foul trouble, that's.
Oh, nice pass
to Jacqueline. She's going to dish it into Rainey.
Get it up, Rainey. Rainey's
going
to score. Yeah, that was a nice pass job by 4 different players. That went pass, passing up and in.
Yep. And they're again spreading that offense out, making those bigger girls from Wessington Springs move a little bit. And
That's going to be on Rainey,
That's going to be on
think.
Rainey. Yep. She should have been set.
Yep.
You know.
I kind of think she maybe thought she was going to dish off.
But there again, experience in another year or so, I can see Rainey really getting herself in the position to be set in that position and take the charge. But as it is, first of a two-shot foul for Hahn is no good. Second attempt on the way, and it's going to be short. The ball's going to come down to Rainey. They're going to call a jump ball.
That's going to be our position.
Yeah.
This is an offense we haven't seen. Well, of course, this isn't our usual manpower in right now, but this is a little different look for us. Different people in different places.
Yep.
Oh, nice pass. Seen her down there, and she gets it in.
Wide open, and 2 points for Jacqueline Lapra.
Yeah, Taylor turned around and seen her, and Jacqueline made that cut to the hoop, and that was nice. That was textbook.
Yep. Nice pass. And
nice job by Katie Heath. Get on that girl's back.
Jacqueline and they're going to try to strip her from behind, but they're going to throw it out of bounds. Possession will stay with Colome.
Yeah, nice job. Katie read that all the way and got her hand on that, tipped it out to Jacqueline.
And there again, just getting some valuable experience and valuable time from these young girls.
Yep, we're gonna
with Callie and Mariah in trouble. Katie and Rainey
stepping in. That's three. I think that's three on their girl down there.
On Katie Shelsky. That should be 3 on her.
And that sends Rainey to the line. Rainey's got 6 points for the Cowgirls tonight.
And Rainey's been shooting, maybe not shouldn't jinx ourselves, but Rainey has been shooting free throws fairly well.
Looks like Jacqueline Lapra's going to take a little rest, and Morgan Holfelt's going to come back in. Jacqueline's been doing a nice job.
Yeah. First shot is going to be no good, and it's going to come down to Bruckner. And
we're going to stay in that 2-3 and just trade it out. Morgan up there in the front for Jacqueline.
And Katie and Rainey get old Bruckner blocked off in there, and she has to dish it back out.
Girls had good position that time. That rebound just came off hard off the back of the rim.
Yep.
They're looking for that deep post. They like that. They like that pass in there.
Those young girls are playing it well, but Shelsky's going to score 2. Or not Shelsky, but Hahn is going to score 2.
She didn't think twice about that either.
That was a deep, almost 3-pointer. And
that's going to be too much.
Too high and over top of Katie Heath's head, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Spartans.
Yeah, they like to come down to those low posts there. Number 5, their player, she'll post up, and they'll try to get that to her every time. It goes in again.
And they're going to have good position on her. She had to shoot it over them, and the rebound comes down to Taylor Harbonic. She's going to push it up the floor hard.
She's seen a cutter. Yeah, she thought about it.
It was getting closed off.
She waited. Let's set the offense up.
Elizabeth back to Katie. Katie dishes it into Rainey Hermson. She's going to dribble around the girl and go up. Misses it. Going to come back down. And Hahn's going to push the ball up the floor, and she's going to go off of Bruckner and out of bounds, and it's going to come back to Colome.
There's a little body going on, and that's that transition. But
yeah,
needless to say, the ball comes back, so Colome tried to step their offense again.
Well, I think that was a good job of Elizabeth getting planted, and that girl seeing that she was planted, and it threw her off of her game plan. And then she just messed up her shot. Elizabeth's going to drive in, going to take a shot, and it's going to come down. Katie Heath is bouncing for the rebound, and 2 girls from that should be a travel when 2 of your own girls have a hold of the ball, but they called a jump ball.
He's seen something different than we did, so yeah.
I don't think he saw it, Kathy. But anyway, yeah.
That possibly could be.
Either way, I think they get. I guess they don't let them. They don't want them to get hurt.
Yeah.
So they call those jump balls quick, but sometimes I think that's. I guess maybe I'm old school. Let them wrestle a little bit, but Hahn thought about a three-pointer. She traveled. And they're going to call it 3. They're going to call 3 seconds, but she did. She shuffled that foot before
I thought
she
she
left.
did too. We got the 3-second call on that instead. So. Score 17-11 in the second quarter, 4:58 left.
And Destiny Notaboom's going to check in for Rainey Hermson. Rainey's going to get a nice little rest here. Get her set down.
Elizabeth Duffy bringing the ball down for the Cowgirls, and they're content to bring this down slow and to get something set up.
Elizabeth's going to pitch it over to Destiny. Destiny's going to check it out, going to go back out to Elizabeth. Elizabeth's going to be down to Morgan Hofeld. She's going to try a shot, and the rebound's going to come down, and she's going to.
Hey, I'm not sure what they're going to call that. Called it on Katie Heath.
Called it on Katie.
Yeah, they called that on Katie Heath. I was with you, Brett. I thought they were going to call that on Taylor Harmonic, but which would have been her second foul. So,
but that's all right. Yeah, spread them out a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to find ourselves with all of our starters with 2 fouls. So
that's right. Well, and
Katie had one to burn.
And I don't think Katie's fouled out of a game yet this year. So
don't be saying that now. That's Katie's 3rd rebound. Oh, there's the pass.
A hard pass coming down. It's a good thing it was tipped out of bounds because I don't think Morgan was going to be ready for that one.
Yeah, she put some pizzazz on that one.
Yes, sir.
Again, the girls, I think, this year, compared to some other years we've seen the girls play, they see the court a little better. And
Morgan's going to take a shot. Destiny's going to get the rebound on the weak side, and it's going to go back up and be fouled. I'm pretty sure that one's going to go on number 2, maybe. Yes, sir.
Yes, it does. I think that's maybe her first.
I thought it was 2, but maybe it is.
Sure could be.
They're just
giving her credit for one.
But that'll send Destiny Notaboom to the line. And the first one is no good. And there again, we're
struggling from that line.
From the line. Second attempt is no good. Rolls off and going to rebound and come down to ground. She's going to come back up the floor to Hahn.
There she is, going to cut that middle.
Cut in, go over Katie. Katie had a good hand in her face, and that's going to call that a foul. Yes, that is not a jump ball. Maddie Ground's going to be called for her 3rd foul, I believe, right there. And she will take a seat, and Bruckner will come back in. Yep.
Number 4, yep.
Yeah, I agree with the jump ball when they got both hands on it, but when they're just grabbing it with one hand and shoving it down, that's not a jump ball. But sends Elizabeth Duffy to the line. And the first one is going to be no good. Destiny Notaboom's going to get a rebound. Pitch it back out to Elizabeth Duffy. She's going to dish it off to Katie Heath. Katie's going to try one for 18 and miss it, but Taylor's going to rebound. Back off to Morgan. To Elizabeth. Elizabeth's going to take a shot.
And she's going to get it. You're going to give her 2 on that.
Yep, she was just inside the line. But
that's a nice shot.
It was.
Just looked really nice. Nice shot put up. 17-13. They're tightening the score to 4 points.
And Bruckner, if Katie wouldn't have put the hand in her face first.
That's exactly what that was. What we were just talking about going straight up, going straight down. Yep.
And that has been Katie's has plagued Katie all through junior high, and now she's into high school. She's really starting to get it under control. She's played well so far this year, but just just trying to move out there and get to it. And I don't know if she was measuring her distance or not, but she fouled Bruckner, and Bruckner's first free throw is going to be good.
And the Spartans are shooting well. I don't have their statistics, but I've only seen them miss maybe 1 free throw. Where the Cowgirls, that's the difference in the ballgame right now is the free throw shooting.
Yep.
That one's going to come hard off. Rebound's going to go down to Harmonic.
She's going to slow it down, bring it up the floor.
Timeout.
Timeout
by Coach Kalenda.
And with that, we'll take a break as well, and we'll be back.
American Family and
where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Great. I wish I had double checked.
All right, and we're back in Wessington Springs. Doesn't look like Coach Kalenda made any adjustments in personnel on the floor right now.
No,
so we got Elizabeth Duffy off to Hofelt.
Right now, it's
Taylor over to Destiny, and it's going to be
That's
good.
a nice
Destiny,
shot by
little
Destiny.
Nice little
Gives
shot.
her first 2 points there. Yep,
closes it to 3 points.
Taylor's arms are just a little longer than Rainey's in that position, I think, and she gets up and over top of those girls, and that might have been a nice switch there.
Yeah, I think
nice adjustment made.
The coaches made a nice decision there to do that.
Yeah, they made an adjustment there, and it's working. And Morgan had position there that time.
Got it tipped out at least, and Destiny Notaboom come down with the rebound. Taylor brings it down the floor, dishes it to Morgan.
Oh, that looked a reach around, but that's you can't see them all. You can't complain about every call.
That's gonna be two
on
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Duffy. And Elizabeth, Elizabeth had gotten down the court on her and just number 2's a good athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I'm sorry,
it's one of those deals.
JC Hahn, she's a good athlete.
But what do? Do you take a foul and possibly hurt the team later down the floor?
Yeah,
or do you let her score 2 points.
Coaches subbing in, giving Harmonic a break there, and giving Elizabeth a break, bringing in Callie and Mariah. And as a coach, I think you see, sometimes you say don't let them make that layup, and but she's over the line. That's a violation.
No good. Good deal. So that goes from one of the 2 points. Then was good.
Yeah. So come back in. Callie down there in that runner position down on the baseline, and Mariah up there at that top. She'll turn around and pump it. Just going to roll out.
Callie's in there for the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds off of her hands in a struggle there, and going to stay with Wessington Springs.
That's good. Those 2 girls been on the bench for a little while, but they got right in. Mariah got the ball, turned around, took a shot. Callie was right in the rebound. That's good to see right off the bench here in the second quarter.
And they're going to still try that low. Hans out there at the post. They know they can't leave her open, or she'll try it, but they are trying to get that down there.
Yeah, this good hustle by the front. The 2 points out there.
And that's a 3-pointer by number 41, Chastity Vissa.
22-15 in the second quarter.
Morgan Hofeld coming down the floor, kind of pushes it off to Destiny Notaboom, back to Notaboom, back to Hofeld, and tried to force it into Mariah Kinzer and didn't get it there. Got tipped away, but got tied up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a jump
ball. They called
a
jump ball before the travel.
Yep. Oh, not sure what that was.
They're going to call that. Either way, and Callie or Mariah, that's going to put one of those girls in foul trouble. Sorry.
They called it on Mariah.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Yep.
Yeah.
And she did. It was a reach. Yep, I mean, that was a good call. That's all there was to it. Looks like her Bonnick will come back in and take that high point position on the offense.
And Hans at the line for 2. First one is good.
Mariah sits down with 3 fouls with 1:56 left in the second quarter. She's probably got aunts out in Oregon watching this. Hi to Roxy and Christy if they're out there.
If they're watching. And Carrie as well.
Yep.
And Jacqueline Lapper's going to dish it into
That was a
Taylor.
nice pass.
Taylor's going to take one inside, and they're going to call a foul on number...
I'm not sure who they're going to call that on.
I didn't see for sure, but I'm hoping it's Bruckner, but that's... Oh, it's
41.
41. That would be Chastity Vissa. I think that's 2 for her. Nope, it's just 1.
Taylor gets one of them to fall.
That's right. Each one she gets, so we need that. And Elizabeth Duffy and Destiny Notaboom will check back in.
Giving Jacqueline and Morgan a little bit of a rest and puts Duffy back up there in that point position.
Second free throw looks good.
That's going to be good, too. 7-point lead by the Wessington Springs Spartans. Colome still in that 2-3.
And she's going to drive in on Callie, and Callie just
Callie playing with two fouls, and you can tell right there
tell.
she's playing with two fouls.
She kind of just said, I'm not going to push that. And it's over to Katie Heath, over to Harbonic.
They're going to call her for a walk. Yeah.
She's trying to drive in.
Yeah, Wessington Springs knows they have Callie in trouble down there, so they're going to go out her. They're going to just bring it to her, and Harbonic and Katie are just going to have to step in and try to help her a bit there. There's a nice pass to nice move
by Callie Heath,
and that's
nice
good. That was just
nice
move.
That's
again, your upperclassmen there. Taylor turned around, Callie made that break. They read each other. Just a nice move by Callie down there in the baseline.
And Elizabeth gets a tip on the ball, gets it across to Vissa, into Hahn.
That away.
Elizabeth Duffy's going to get the ball. They're going to try to foul her, and they do.
They do, yeah. Nice break down the court by Elizabeth Duffy. Got a run on that.
Unfortunately, number 21, Sierra Berg, has not had much time, so that's going to be her first foul. So we're really
You can't just keep wishing for that, Brett.
We get somebody in foul trouble. Sorry, do I sound like I'm a little bit jaded as which team I'm rooting for?
You sound like your dad. 38.4 seconds left on this second quarter.
And the first shot is no good by Duffy.
Again, the foul line is plaguing the Cowgirls. Looks like we're 3 for 9.
Second attempt on the way, and it's no good. Rebound's going to come down.
Oh, and they're going to call Callie.
Really?
I think they're going to call Callie Heath for that.
Push.
Yes, they are. They're going to call Callie for a push on that. Remember what I told you early in this, before the game started, Brett, that this was a foul fest last year when we played this team. Had a bunch of people with foul problems, and so right now we're struggling with that again. That puts Callie down there with 3 fouls.
Well, she is mad. You can tell.
Yeah,
she walked
I'm sure
right off
she's
the floor
not
and
happy.
sat down and wasn't even checked out yet. She just, unfortunately, I will see tears at my house tonight. I know that. Win or lose.
That's his frustration. Now Now you got to sit back and you go, okay. Got to figure out a way to play with that. They can do it. These girls are good, smart athletes.
Yep.
They're good kids to work with. I like working with them myself, and I tell you what, they'll figure this out.
And no. The ball gets tipped around. And, in the heat of the battle there, Taylor tipped it over. Katie didn't get to it. It went out of bounds, tipped around. Elizabeth Duffy and Hahn tied it up out here at center court.
There was just too much action to report on there.
Yep.
And
I'm trying to watch it.
Yeah,
too.
And they are, they're posting apart again down there in that bottom.
Well, they've got our big girls in foul trouble. It's
now that time I thought we had position, and Taylor Harbonic. Taylor Harbonic was the fortunate one to get that rebound, because I think Elizabeth had position and they tipped it back over her back.
Yep.
So with 8 seconds left, it looks like Taylor Harbonic's going to go to the line for the Cowgirls.
And the foul is called on Vissa. Yeah, that'll be her second foul. First free throw is no good by Taylor. And Vissa will take a seat. Taylor's second shot is up and coming. And it looks good, yes. So Taylor gets one of the two, and it's still only a 6-point lead. For as bad as the Cowgirls have shot, and there Hahn was just trying to get somebody to foul her.
Absolutely.
And she missed it.
That was all they were doing.
She wasn't even trying to hit that one. But
Coach was telling them, go in there and go against the big girls. We got them in foul trouble, and let's keep at this. So we go in with a 6-point deficit, 26-20 at halftime here.
And for as poor as we have shot and rebounded, that's good. That's a pretty good score right now.
Yeah,
we can change that around with just a few little adjustments at halftime. And,
yeah,
it'll
we are
be anxious to see where we're at. We're not out of this.
We're at 30% from the line, and they're at about 90% from the line tonight. So again, plaguing us again. I'm sure that's something that will be discussed in the locker room.
Yep. And I imagine Lori and Laura will make some adjustments at halftime here, and they've done a good job with those girls this year. I see some adjustments made, and I think things could be a little better second half.
Yeah, I think so too. Again, that foul trouble is going to plague us. I think I talked to Coach a little bit before this game, and she was the one that brought that foul fest up to me last year. I'd forgotten about it. Yep. So I think she had some concerns going in.
Yep.
And so we'll see what happens here in the second half.
Right, but right now we got Callie with 3, Mariah with 3, Katie with 2. It could, that's not going to help us any.
Yeah,
And I think, Rainey has 1 or 2.
Rainey, I believe, has 2 fouls.
Yeah. So, we've all got a couple fouls on our girls right now, but adjustments at halftime. We'll come back. We'll be back for the second half in just a little over 8 minutes.
All right.
Check before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music, the performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by South Dakota High School Activities and the high school in your community.
Repairing today's high-tech vehicles requires precision, skill, and the latest state-of-the-art technology. At Hughes Brothers 2, we understand what a hassle it can be when your car is in the shop. That's why our staff works hard to get your vehicle back to you in a timely manner. From routine preventative maintenance to complex repairs, too. Our talented staff has the experience to get the job done right the first time. 2. Please let us know how we can best serve you today by calling Hughes Brothers 2 at 842-1887.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up, lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The John Deere 2015 Fall Peak Season Promotion is underway at Grossenberg Implement with locations in Winter, Pierre, Phillip, and Nebraska locations, Bloomfield, Hardington, and Wade. During the month of November, purchase a John Deere generator. It's the perfect tool for any job site, and they provide backup electrical power during outages. Plus, when you purchase a 3,600, 6,000, or 8,000 watt John Deere generator, you'll get a free 50-foot extension cord reel valued at $159. Don't wait, the Fall Peak Season Promotion ends November 30th.
Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college. But all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
American Family Insurance believes dreams are worth pursuing.
Every weekend we do new things with the kids. Getaways in the RV, projects around the house, golf.
American Family offers a range of insurance designed to protect your dreams. And with our claims team available 24/7, quality service is always within reach. Contact your local agent for a competitive quote. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. American Family Mutual Insurance Company and its subsidiaries. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783. American Family Insurance.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier. Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on!
First down! Thank you! 70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music, the performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by South Dakota High School Activities and the high school in your community.
Repairing today's high-tech vehicles requires precision, skill, and the latest state-of-the-art technology. At Hughes Brothers 2, we understand what a hassle it can be when your car is in the shop. That's why our staff works hard to get your vehicle back to you in a timely manner. From routine preventative maintenance to complex repairs, too. Our talented staff has the experience to get the job done right the first time. 2. Please let us know how we can best serve you today by calling Hughes Brothers 2 at 842-1887.
Hey, Chip, how'd that discount double check work for you?
Great. State Farm combined.
There's just
And we're back in Wessington Springs, getting ready for the start of the second quarter between the Colome Cowgirls and the Wessington Springs Lady Spartans. Kathy, you got some stats there at halftime for us?
Yeah, I've got some, unofficial, of course. Looks like we have Rainey Hermanson with about 6 points, Taylor Harmonic with 5, and then it's Elizabeth Duffy 2, Destiny Notebaum 2, Callie Heath 2, Jacqueline Lapworth 2, and Mariah Kinzer with 1 point. looks like Taylor Harmonic and Katie Heath each have 4 rebounds. Destiny Notaboom has 3, and Mariah Kinzer with 2. Again, the Cowgirls not shooting well from the free throw line, but that's not something that coach will be surprised about. She'll be frustrated about, but not surprised.
Right. With the big stats, I think right now we've got Mariah Kinzer with 3 fouls.
Yeah.
Callie Heath with 3 fouls.
And coach electing not to start them here in this.
Right.
That was a nice turnaround by Rainey.
Just needs a little more elevation on that one to get over.
You know, they worked it into her. They were patient, went around it. Yeah, I'm guessing coach is just thinking, be our luck. We elect to put those girls in this third quarter, and you know what's going to happen. They'll draw that 4th foul just right now. So, looking for Coach Kalinda to play them down the stretch here.
Yep, but giving them just a little more time before they need the pressure on them. Right now, these girls are playing. I mean, even without Callie and Mariah, the girls have been playing so well.
Oh, that was a nice pass by Duffy. She seen Harmonic sprinting that baseline, and she picked her out and made a beautiful pass down there.
Well, and it was a good catch by Taylor to get up there and grab that because it was plenty high. And
yeah. Yeah, Taylor thinks she didn't do that, but she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she reached. That was
obvious from this angle.
Yeah, that was a bad mistake by a senior. Taylor should know better.
That'll be 2 on her as well.
Now she's going to have to be smart. She's going to have to play smart. You can't. You have to step out of line.
Yep.
There we go. All right. Scores 22-26, and so the Cowgirls have come out and executed on their first time down the court. We like to see that a couple more times here. Execute that offense, and Duffy did a nice job seeing that from the top of the key there.
Hofelt over to Taylor, over to Rainey, back over to Hofelt.
Oh, nice job by Morgan to see that pass
right
across.
Inside the 3-point, and it's going to be round.
And she just couldn't buy it, but that was a good pass over there to her. She was open. Had to look at it. Nobody there. Colome in a 2-3 again, trying to keep 33 away from the ball, and she's posting in the paint.
And Hahn's going to try a 3-pointer, and it's good.
They're going to have to get somebody up in her face, but and right now I know the focus is on keeping 33 out of the paint down there in the bottom.
33 and 5 and 4. You got
another
all 3
nice
of those girls.
Pass.
Rainey's going to have it up. Rainey gets the ball over to. They get it over to Morgan. Morgan's going to go
they're
up.
going to call Harmonic over the back again. Something she should, can't do those things.
And that'll bring Katie Heath back in the game, and Taylor will take a seat. Just hustling for the rebound. I mean, that's a hustle foul, but it's still, like you said, with experience, maybe she shouldn't have done that one. But, and we got Rainey up against Bruckner again. Bruckner down low, and
that's
Rainey's
a nice
get that.
rebound, Rainey.
That could have definitely been a swat in the back of the head. It could have been a foul, but we're not going to call him from here any more than we have to.
Now they're going to call her for travel. Yeah.
She's going to try to drive around and just took that extra step. Hans over to Grand.
Putting that double team on that low post. They're trying to keep those girls out of there. Doing a good job front and back. And 33 is not used to being out here. They usually have her in that paint position, I think.
Right. And Katie's going to get
goes down there.
Tips it over to Rainey.
Yeah.
But either way.
Got the rebound.
Comes down with the rebound. Good job by Rainey. And Elizabeth Duffy bringing it up the floor, gets it over to Katie.
Oh, nice pass. Nice pass. Nice. Taylor. Oh, they're going to call her for that.
They're going to call Rainey with a travel. I think, it was, she bodied up in there and got bumped, and it could have gone either way, but she sure had the right move.
Yes,
they
she
had
did.
The right
Absolutely.
idea on that
yes,
deal,
she did.
And they both just good job by those freshmen again. Number 33 has really kind of got things. I mean, these girls aren't afraid to body up and push. And she's going to get around Katie and get the rebound. Going to go back up.
30 was camped on that weak side. She was just playing camped.
Yeah. And Katie was too far under the basket at that point. And gonna dish it out. Gets dished out to Hofeld. She takes a shot. Rebound comes down to 33. She's gonna dish it off to Hahn. And Elizabeth Duffy's gonna get called for a blocking foul.
Yep.
That'll send Hahn to the line. That should be 3 on Elizabeth.
Two, I think.
Okay. Well, I hope that's right. Yep,
That's
2.
what it says,
Yep,
too.
Good.
Looks like coach is elected to put her Kinzer and Callie Heath back in here for a while. Get some minutes, hopefully minutes in this third quarter.
And Destiny, Notaboom, and Morgan Hofelt will sit down.
Take a break. Take a breather.
Kind of going with our bigger line, our taller girls in there right now.
(33-22) with 4:30 left in the third quarter.
Callie Heath's gonna try a 3-pointer. It's gonna go out.
No! That was just a hustle. I know that is just.
And that'll be 4 fouls on Callie Heath.
Yeah, that's 4 on Callie. It brings Taylor back into the game. I'm thinking coach is trying to keep that height in there. Yeah, that was,
Kathy,
Brett, I'm sorry.
I've watched Callie play ball, and I don't know how many times I've seen her play this few minutes in a game.
That was
two cheap
fouls.
fouls.
Okay,
that
was just as much a foul on number 4, but you know what?
Or more. Yep.
But we're standing up here, and sometimes a referee will see a kid do something, and then next time they do it, they barely have to tap somebody, and that's what's plaguing. That's what's plaguing Callie right now.
Yep.
She's just getting.
And she is so frustrated. You can see her face right now from here, and
that was
good. But either way, timeout is taken, and
the crowd over there in Colome thinks they're being funny tonight. They're giving us the homecoming queen wave going on over there.
It's kind of a lazy man's wave, it looks like from me.
It looks like a O'Brien and a Bertram and a Pahota thinking they're being funny over there, running for homecoming queen next year.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
We're worried about Callie having 4 fouls, and they're worried about getting our attention. I don't know. Yeah, that foul on Callie was one of those bump fouls. If it makes you feel any better, Dad, it wasn't like she ran up behind somebody and threw her arms around him from the backside and said it was a jump ball. That's not the way that happened.
It don't make me feel any better, but I'm not calling the game, and I just, it's one of those deals. You just, it's a game, and sometimes you don't like the way it's called. But then a nice 3-pointer by
Harmonic
Taylor.
Gets 3 on that. They're leaving her stand out there, and Taylor's either going to live or die by that. She either hits him or she doesn't, and
she ain't afraid to take him if she's open, So
there we go. There we go. We need to have a few breaks now. Run a few breaks, and
Katie dishes it into Rainey Hermps, and Rainey's going to dish it back out to Mariah. She's going to drive in and take it.
And Mariah gets it, Nice job. Right, yeah.
Good job.
Well, again, girls seeing the open person, and that's the way Coach wants it to go. That's the way she'd write it up, I'm sure.
Yep.
Again, I look for the Wessington Springs coach to go right down there against Taylor and Mariah. We're playing with 3 fouls.
And that's going to go off of.
They're gonna
call it off of Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it could have been worse. They could have called a foul. Sorry.
Yes.
But that ball goes back. It was kind of, folks, they jumped up. Both of them tipped it. Again, we're not calling this game. That looks like Mariah's going to, no, I guess we'll give that to Rainey. Again, they're kind of letting them play in some retrospect. Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor says, I'll take another one. She says, I'll drain it.
You leave me out there. You leave me out there, I'll take it.
That's going to open up some playtime for our girls inside. You watch, Brett.
Yep.
Their coach, Carol, she's got to be careful. She knew it, too.
And nice ball movement
Yeah.
by Wessington Springs.
Yep. You know the girls are worried about how they're playing when they jump out there and then throw their arms back.
Yeah.
And, you know,
well,
so.
You know, the trouble is you start throwing your arms back like that, and they're going to start
Yeah.
watching for what did you think
Again,
you did. Another
nice ball
pass.
movement. Nice
Rainey
ball
saw
movement.
Mariah
over
out
there. Yep.
And Mariah is.
It gives her 5th point. Nice. That's working for them right now.
That's right.
And that's a frustration foul there.
Well, and shouldn't be frustration at this. I mean,
Yep.
They need to keep their heads up.
Yep.
We're sitting here with a 5-point deficit with 1:40 left in the third quarter.
And with people in foul trouble, you know, coach is keeping them right in this game. I'm sure she's frustrated. I'm sure but the whole staff is frustrated over there. But, you know, you look up at the scoreboard, and we are in this ball game.
Yep. And Katie Heath comes out, and Elizabeth Duffy will check in. And there again, that just could have very easily been a swat at her.
A swat and a reach after the swat even, actually. But, you know, again, they're not calling it, so you got to play with that. A body was put up on her. And see, Mariah can't do anything. She's out of bounds, our ball. That was a good job by Mariah Kinzer to say, hey, you know, I got to be smart here. I'm a senior. I got foul trouble. I got to be.
Yep.
We got a quarter to play yet, so.
But it was a good hustle there by Rainey to get down
absolutely
the floor and
was.
slap that ball out of bounds at the end there too.
Coach is going to give Mariah a sit down, but I think right now with 1:08 left to go in the third quarter, she's thinking, I don't want to send my girls into the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. So let's put some offense together.
Rainey again getting it over her head.
Good hustle by Destiny there.
Yes, yep. She circled around from the far corner over there, and
that's a nice pass.
And there again, Destiny getting in there hustling. Call a foul.
They're going to call a timeout. Yeah, coach was right there. Coach was right there on top of it, seeing where that was going, and says, "I'll take a timeout."
Yep.
Actually, we've outscored them in this quarter by 1 point.
1 point, yet.
Yeah.
And at one time, Kathy, we were down by 11 points.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
We're back to within 5.
The girls are moving the ball really well from that end out, and getting some 15-footers off the glass, and that's been working for them.
They're getting them to fall. That's
yes,
the big
they're getting
thing.
them to fall.
They're getting some shots, but they're getting them made. And,
yep.
You know, I just hope they can see what we're seeing from here, that they are not out of this game yet.
And I see. I'm reading some frustration there, and you know that's basketball. Once in a while, you're gonna.
And that was just, you know, that was a little frustration deal too. We're gonna try to get it into our hot hand there, and at that point, just get it in.
And that's a good hustle by Morgan. You know, she's saying, "Hey."
All right, and it's gonna go out of bounds off of Bruckner, and it's gonna stay with Colome.
Yeah, with 29.8 left. Let's see what coach will elect to do here. If she'll try for that one shot, or if she'll just keep moving it around and see if we can get this shot, maybe another one off.
And Shelsky checks back in, number 33 for Wessington Springs, and she just one of those big girls underneath that have just been
there you
hard.
go.
There.
That's
nice
a nice
shot.
Oh, just rolled
nice
out.
Shot, but it just
rimmed out of there. That was a nice off the board. Just didn't quite have the touch she needed on it, and it just rimmed out. But had a good look at it.
Yeah.
7 seconds left. We'll see what Wessington. They're going to probably fire it from somewhere.
And they're going to try to get Bruckner inside, and then Katie gets bounced off the ball. If Shelsky can't get it back up, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Scores 37-32.
The end of 3. We'll be back. Start the fourth quarter.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other. Only 0.5% of all high school student athletes play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball on their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do basketball...
All right, and we're back in Wessington Springs. Start of the fourth quarter here with the Colome Cowgirls trailing the Wessington Springs Lady Spartans 37-32.
Looks like coaches kind of designed, well, I was going to say 2-3, but then kind of looked like they were going to play a box and one on number 2 there. So I don't know what exactly they got going, but
Still hustling.
Yeah, they're going to stay out on her.
A lot of hustle. And let those big girls sit out here, and they aren't going to shoot it from out here. Number 2 will.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I'm thinking that.
Number 33 might. Shelsky might. She's going to try it. Taylor Harbonic's going to grab the rebound.
That's her 6th rebound, unofficially, as I've got it. We've got Katie with about 4, and the rest of them are 3, 2, and 1 down there.
Elizabeth over here to Morgan Hofelt. Over to Taylor. She's going to hit that 3 from the side.
Nope.
It's going to be no good. And the rebound comes down and gets off to end Taylor. Now, Elizabeth Duffy draws the third foul.
Yep. I know Taylor Harbonic was trailing. It looked as though Taylor would like to stuck her hand in there and decided the last minute wasn't a wise decision. So.
Yep. And that, there are good fouls and there are not good fouls, and that one was not what I would call a good foul now.
Put number 2 on the line and the bucket.
And the bucket, that's right. So you got to get your feet planted if you're going to do that, and she just didn't have time. Over to Destiny Notaboom to Taylor. She's going to drop it into Mariah. Mariah's going to spin and try to take that one, and she's going to get her own rebound. There's a couple. I can hear slaps from here.
Did you see that, Coach Brett? The pass went in, and Mariah looked. It was almost designed. Mariah went to her left to go in, and the Taylor Harmonic came in, had inside position on the rebound right away.
Yep.
It's these gals been playing on the court together for a while. She read that. Almost like
she's free throw is no good. But yes, Taylor was coming in. She
knew where Mariah was going with that. She read her body. She knew when rebound came back the other direction to Mariah. But
second attempt looks good.
And that is good. Gives Mariah her 6th point for the night, unofficially.
Ball comes over here to the near side, far side. Visser.
That could have maybe been called. They've been calling those kinds of fouls.
Bruckner is really posting up on Mariah Kinzer down there.
Yep.
But if they can keep her outside of 5 feet, it's just her. She does not have.
And Mariah very wisely that time just went up on her, just stayed straight, nice and straight, and just said, "You're gonna have to shoot over me."
And a good job of the rest of the girls to just collapse in on that.
Yep.
Mariah dribbled it off a toe there.
Yeah, somebody's toe.
And she's going to dish it off here. Going to be a 18-footer.
And Destiny's going to get that. You bet. Destiny hustled over to that.
Elizabeth Duffy's going to slow it down, bring it up the court.
Looks like Coach is going to put Callie in when she has a minute here and get her in, get her some minutes. And
just the right idea, just a half a second late. And Hahn saw what was happening, and she just come in there. Shut that off. Graham's trying to get around inside. Once again, Hahn's going to try a 3-pointer, and it's going to be too.
Oh, that's
all right.
Destiny's going to pull down another rebound. We'll take that, she says.
And what?
Looked as though there was a reach that caused that to go out of bounds, but either way.
There was. Elizabeth, though, could have hustled after that ball and stayed with it.
And Mariah made a chance at it and couldn't get it. Looks like Taylor Harbonic's going to take a rest, and Callie Heath is coming back in. And Katie's in for Destiny Notaboom.
Trying to keep those legs fresh on those girls.
Now, I don't know. Number 4 was in
Shelsky.
there for a while.
Yeah.
Another rebound hauled in by Mariah Kinzer.
Horfeld dishes it over to Callie.
Callie says, I just want a chance to play a little ball tonight.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that was a
Mariah's
good
gonna
drive
take
by
it in.
Mariah.
Good job. Going to be a
Yeah.
foul on
Number
Maddie
4.
Graham. That should be number 4 on her, I
I
think.
think it is number 4, but they have 30. Was Callie's
Well-
last foul up?
Yep, 4 on Maddie
4,
Graham,
yeah,
too.
okay,
So
yeah.
Shelsky and Graham both have 4.
Sends Mariah to the line.
First attempt looks good, and
Yes,
it
it is.
And Graham will take a seat, and Bruckner will check back in.
And coach says, Kelly, get the heck out of that foul position. Get back
Yep.
down court.
Get your feet set if you're going to take one, too.
And Kelly didn't argue with her.
No. Callie wants to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
that one bounces off the back of the rim.
Comes down to
Wessington
number
kind of
2,
bringing
Hahn.
it this time. Oh, lots of stuff going on down there.
They're going to call Mariah for a foul.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Yep, they're going to call Mariah for a 4th foul.
I don't know.
And that could have gone to half a dozen girls.
I thought she had inside position initially.
And it looks like Rainey Hermson's going to check back in. And Mariah will take a seat.
Again, we're at a 6-point deficit. You know, this game has stayed almost at that 6-point deficit the whole game.
And Kathy, you and I are sitting up here thinking, you know, man, they can't buy a break, and here we're only 6 points
I know.
down.
Yeah.
So
we're at 8-point game right now. With 4:33 left in this 4th.
Taylor headed back to the scorer's table, and Katie
And
Heath
Katie's
gets a
going to go
rebound,
up.
gonna go back
Katie's
up
going to
against
get
another
it to
point.
fall. That was Katie's first 2 points, if I'm correct. But nicely done. She
Got a nice
got a
rebound.
hold. Yeah.
Just didn't hesitate about going back
I
up.
forgot to give her the rebound. Yeah, she was on that weak side and got the rebound and went right back up with it. And that's what you want your weak siders do. Take that rebound down and go straight back up with it.
And Taylor's going to check in. Katie's going to sit down here for a little bit again.
Katie says, wait a second, I just got a rebound and scored 2 points, coach.
And so many of these girls on this Colome team are competitors. They're just
they're
gonna
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, they don't like to lose.
No.
You've got 2 of them at home. I have 1, and I keep trying to be encouraging with, you've had some losses, but they've been under 10-point losses, and that's not quite good enough.
Yeah, yeah. I just, the frustration at home that you see on my girls, and there's a nice tip by Taylor Harbonic, and
she's looking for it. Oh,
and Maddie Brown is.
And Rainey muscled up down there and tried to get. Oh yeah, that was.
She swung an arm around and shoved her out of the way, and there was
Yep.
no foul called.
No, she's gonna go around.
And Shelsky's going to get a rebound and another 2 points for Wessington Springs, and it's up to an 8-point
And we
deficit.
had position. Unfortunately, we had Destiny on that side. And Destiny's just not quite tall enough, and the ball went right over her head. It just. Kelly says, "I'd like to shoot that. There, I'll shoot this one instead." Taylor tried to get the rebound and must have had a body behind her. It got knocked away from her.
She did. Bruckner was right there, and she couldn't. And it's going to be
I
a
think it was
full timeout
timeout.
taken by Wessington Springs, and with that, we'll be back with 3:10 left in the game.
Choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common. They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back in Wessington Springs. Coach Glenda decided, looks like she is leaving her tall line in.
She says, okay, girls, we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds. We've got foul trouble, but you know what? You're just going to have to.
There you go.
Taylor gets her hand on that.
Tip on the ball, and Callie comes up with it. Here comes
So we got
Elizabeth
a
Duffy.
steal out of that. That's one way to start out after a timeout.
Yep. Especially when the other team took the timeout.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Taylor says, come on, Callie, get in this here. We need you. We need some offense, girl. Oh, mercy. All right. Well, there's a lot there, folks, and neither one of us could talk.
Yeah. Both of us are kind of rooting for, yeah.
We're both thinking, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. I know what you were thinking.
I was.
And you're watching this at home, you know why we were thinking
Callie,
it.
just keep hustling, but don't foul.
And you could see Callie's body. Oh, there's a shot by Callie.
Oh,
that's off. That's okay. You know what? She's had a lot of time on the bench. She's just a little off her mark.
And I've watched her sit in the gym. You know, she'll go up to the gym and she'll sit and she'll work on inside shots. She'll work on free throws. She'll work on those 3-pointers, and that's not out of her realm.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh, no. She put up a nice shot. Looks like Wessington Springs is going to try to spread that out, and I'm guessing open up that bottom.
Stall things out.
They said, we got them on the ropes with fouls, you know. They're going to probably force Coach to go into some sort of a man-to-man or box-and-one.
And still, they just can't get anything inside. Our girls have done a super job all night of just making sure that...
Yeah.
And
I agree with you,
elbow
Brett.
to the
I agree.
Stoke.
And there was, yeah.
Wow.
Enough said. Ball goes to Colome on that jump ball position. And, you know, Mariah playing with 4 fouls. She had to be careful, and she was.
Yep.
That wasn't
She was going straight up. She wasn't going to get out on her. They're wanting to get out on.
That's got to be.
If that is not a foul, there shouldn't be any of them. That'll be 5 on ground.
Oh, 5 tried to take the foul.
Yep.
That was pretty good. That was good coaching.
She was trying to get that foul claimed, but number 4 got the foul. And Maddie Grand will take a seat.
She's played a good game.
She has.
Colome with the ball under their bucket, still down 44-36 with 1:33 left in the fourth. Inbounds pass goes from Taylor Harmonic to Mariah Kinzer.
It's a shot, and it comes down the rebound to Rainey Hermson, and Rainey's going to get it. Callie Heath's going to jump in. She says, let me play.
Get in. Just long.
Got a steal, but just couldn't get it to fall.
Oh, so Coach says, we need to talk about this. Colome come out with some full court pressure there, and
Callie got a steal off the bat, and Taylor and Elizabeth had Hahn pinned up here, and their coach said, well, we'll take a timeout and figure this out.
That brings it to a 6-point deficit with 1:16 left, so we'll see which coach comes out with what here. Coach Kalenda says, I have 3 people out there with lots of fouls. And the coach over here is saying they have 3 people out there with lots of fouls.
Yeah.
So who are we going to go against?
They haven't called anything on us all night, so we can play. Let's play.
Now, Coach. Now, Brett.
Sorry.
Now, Brett.
I got to be careful what I say.
That's okay.
It just has seemed awfully hard for our girls to catch a break tonight.
Yep. And they know it. You know, you got to come. You got to overcome that. That's the way it is. And
they have not.
Looks like we're setting up in a diamond 1 press here. Callie Heath on the point of that ball.
Got a tip on it, but couldn't get it.
And Elizabeth Duffy gets a hand on it. Now they're chasing her down. That kind of looked like a football
Roll
pick.
Off the knee.
Taylor Habonic says, I'll get a hand on this, and cannot keep it inbounds.
You know, and Lori, I'm sitting here getting frustrated. I can't imagine what these girls are sitting here like, but they are not throwing fits. They're not.
Nope.
I am proud of their sportsmanship.
They've got poker face.
This.
You know, there's no poker faces. Some of those girls, Taylor's one, Mariah's one, you can see on their face what they're thinking. But you know,
but they're not. They're playing well.
You
playing with sportsmanship.
You said that about the time I looked, and Taylor. You could tell Taylor was. Nice drive by Mariah Kinzer and a rebound by Kelly, and she's up and got another 2 points.
And
34 seconds left, 44-40.
Yep.
Colome, they're going to have to go out. Coach is saying, hey, you got to get out her. You got to get out there and get her. You got to get her. You got to get her. You got to go out. You got to get her. Now they can't get her to call a foul.
Yeah. Wow. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, how hard does Taylor have to hit her to get the foul now?
And that's Taylor's fourth, I believe. She picked up her second two early in the third there, so.
But that sends Hahn to the line again, and
she misses one. She misses one, and that's one that she hasn't.
Mariah Kinzer. She has not missed one all night.
No. Oh, and
that was a.
She got to get it. Yeah, got to get it. You got to get it.
And Rainey's
got to score on that.
That
gives her 10 points, and Colome's putting all kinds of pressure on. All kinds of pressure. They got to get her. They got to go after her here.
Well,
Mariah says, "I can't. I've got fouls everywhere." 44-42.
Wow. Wow is all I can say right now, Kathy.
Wow.
That's a tough loss for the Cowgirls. Tough loss. And it was tough to watch.
They just came out and dug deep, and you had players. You had Callie Heath playing with 4 fouls there, and Mariah Kinzer playing with 3 or 4 fouls, and Taylor. They come out and they played hard and
never gave up, never quit trying.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure Coach is not going to be extremely happy. She's going to take one look at their free throw percentage again and not be happy.
There again, another game that should have been won with free throws.
It's a 2-point game, and
yep. You missed 8 free throws.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 free throws missed, if I'm correct. And we've got girls in double. Rainey had 10 points tonight off the bench. And obviously you could see Callie Heath, on all unofficial folks, but Callie Heath had 4 points and Mariah Kinzer had 7 points. And obviously they were in foul trouble. That's just the way our girls roll. And Callie with 2 rebounds. That just tells you she
And she was playing too timid tonight. She couldn't play hard.
No, that's right.
Foul trouble.
That's right. It kind of looks like we had Destiny had 5 rebounds, Rainey had 4, Katie had 5, Mariah had 5, Taylor had 6. That stuff's farmed around. We had them
it was a very well spread out game, but there again, just a tough loss tonight. But they'll bounce back.
Frankly,
they're 1-3. With less than
we outscored them in every quarter but the first.
Yep. So that's just, but that ain't going to make them feel any better on their ride home.
Nope.
So,
all right.
Anyway, with that, we'll
Thanks,
close
Brett.
this one off, and we'll be back with the boys' game later.